Something snapped in America's housing market, and the people in charge are pretending it didn't happen. Prices are cracking, buyers are disappearing, builders are panicking, and suddenly, out of nowhere, we're being offered a 50-year mortgage like it's a gift instead of a warning flare. Hi, guys. Welcome back to The Baseline. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me hold up a mirror for just a second, because if you're watching this, you're probably feeling something that's hard to put into actual words. It's the quiet fear that you've been priced out of the very society you help keep running. It's the sense that the dream changed the rules while you were still sleeping. And that maybe, just maybe, the people running the game saw this coming long before you did. And here's what's coming next: the 50-year mortgage. And this isn't a solution. It isn't innovation. It's the last card in a deck that's been shuffled way too many times. So when policymakers start stretching debt instead of fixing prices, it means something underneath the market is breaking. So let's talk about the headline. America is entering a hidden housing crash, and the 50-year mortgage is the proof they don't want you to really notice. Because if the fundamentals were strong, no one would need to turn your mortgage into a lifetime subscription. And here's where this matters for all of us. We are now living in the least affordable housing market in modern US history. Not 2006, not 2008, we're talking about today. Home price to income ratios are higher than the peak of the great financial crisis. Wages for young workers are flat, the unemployment rate is quietly rising, and debt, student loans, auto debt, credit cards, they're eating the American paycheck alive. When half of your income goes to rent or a mortgage, you're not building a life. You're treading water in someone else's pool. Now, here's the first truth, a surprising one, because this entire crisis isn't happening because buyers suddenly got irresponsible. It's happening because the system was built to require constant growth. And now that growth has hit the wall. So instead of allowing prices to reset naturally, policymakers appear to be stretching the cycle one last time. The 50-year mortgage is not affordability, though. It's anesthesia. It numbs the pain while the problem gets worse. So let's walk through it. Let's do it step by step, because the only way to understand this madness is to expose the mechanics that are actually behind it. Buying a house right now is like walking into a grocery store where the prices keep rising because the manager refuses to turn on the air conditioner. Everyone's sweating, everyone's stressed, but the people in charge insist the temperature's fine. Trying to fix affordability by stretching debt is like taking a broken leg and offering a longer crutch instead of a cast. Loosening credit standards while prices are peaking is the economic version of giving someone an umbrella after they already walked into the storm. Now, calling a 50-year-old mortgage affordable is like calling a treadmill a road. Technically, you can move on it, but you're not going to get anywhere. Builders asking for government help? Now, that's like casinos asking gamblers to bet bigger because the casino's profits dipped. And this one matters most, right? A housing market where buyers age upward by 2 decades, from 39 to 59, is like a relay race being run entirely by the same exhausted runner. Eventually, they have to stop. And when they stop, the whole race, it's going to stall. And here's the thing, the real estate market is being held up not by young buyers, not by wage growth, not by fundamentals, but by a shrinking group of older homeowners whose stock portfolios are keeping the entire system on life support. We're talking about baby boomers, and they are now the dominant buyers in America, not because the market is healthy, but because they're the ones left who can actually afford anything. And this is why policymakers are panicking. That's why credit standards are loosening. And this is why builders are lobbying behind the scenes. And that is why the 50-year mortgage suddenly appeared out of thin air. When a stretched system is this stretched, you don't innovate your way out. You delay your way out. You kick that can down the road, and delay always comes with a cost. And here's the truth the market doesn't want to say out loud. If the government ever stopped trying to prop up housing, we would see a real correction. Not a mild dip, not a soft landing, but a deep, grinding, multi-year revision back to reality. Some analysts warn that could be 20 to 40% in the hottest markets. Not because homes are worthless, but because incomes can't support the prices we've inflated. Now, meanwhile, rents are quietly cracking. I mean, overbuilt Sunbelt cities are already handing out 2, sometimes 3 free months. I mean, accidental landlords are flooding the rental market. Multifamily completions are hitting decade highs, and the cracks are not theoretical, they're here. And here's the part that scares policymakers the most. Credit card delinquencies, auto loan defaults, rent late payments, housing stress, the sequence, it's already begun. And every step tightens the noose around affordability. So where does this leave us, you and me? Well, here's part of the resolution. I mean, you're not crazy for feeling like something is off. You're not wrong for sensing that the math doesn't add up. And you're not imagining the pressure you feel in your chest every time you look at home prices. Now, the market wants you overwhelmed. The system wants you confused. But clarity is power. And once you see the mechanism, you can navigate it with precision instead of panic. So here's the question nobody wants to really ask out loud, right? Because if a 30-year mortgage no longer works and a 50-year mortgage doesn't actually fix anything, then what happens when the next innovation arrives? All right, guys, what do you think? Do I have this all right? Do I have it all wrong? Put it in the comment section below. I look forward to reading and replying to all your comments. And once again, guys, thank you so much for watching me here on The Baseline. All right, cheers, everybody.